Nicola, my dear, thank you ever so much for coming all the way to Slough to see us today.
You're very welcome.
We have the randomiser here. I hear you're just itching to press the button on this today.
That's an understatement.
So, whenever you're ready,
Okay.
go at it and we'll
Here we
see
go.
what you can produce today. That's it, well done. Any particular series you're hoping might come up today?
Oh, almost anything.
Almost
because
anything?
I love them all.
She's
Yes.
going to get some Torchy in that case. Be careful what you wish for. No, it's not Torchy. What is that we've got there?
Is that Terrahawks?
It's Terrahawks.
Episode
yes.
32.
How do you know this?
Well, I'm a very knowledgeable woman.
Very knowledgeable woman. It also kind of doesn't hurt that we have the
mm.
script right here, so she's cheating a bit. But yes, Terratomb, one of my favourites. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Will you come back again and press the button next time?
I'd love to.
Brilliant. So, we welcome back to the randomiser after it was only on here at Christmas, Terrahawks, with an episode from the second series, Terratomb, which I happen to have an original script for. I picked this up on eBay reasonably recently. I believe this originates from the model department. This is copy number 21 if you're interested. So I might refer to this through the episode to see if there's any differences between the script and the episode. Although I don't think there are that many with this, unfortunately. But I do love this opening with Zelda making her threat to the Earth. It's the fact that she's got the old-fashioned microphone, kind of like she would have if she was working at the BBC in the 50s. I think it's a lovely touch. And we go from that to a fantastic explosion. Poor little Goybel covering her ears. And this is a scene where, if you're paying close attention, I think it comes up at the bottom right, you can see Christine Glanville operating Zelda. The top of her hair just appears this shot. There she is, briefly. But this is very sweet as well. It Stars created a lovely new bomb and gets a terrifying doll as a reward.
My little dolly.
Yes, the doll's name is Wee Star. In the script, WEE Star. A slightly nightmarish scene, this one, I find. Yes, not only for the use of the doll, which has the most interesting eyes, but it's this bit. The switch from Goybel to...
Turn it head after you, man, uncle.
And you get the dramatic music.
Why not? Everyone else does.
Like a dramatic drum beat as well.
Granny, sir.
Just reinforcing again that young Star's life since It Star came along is absolute hell. This I find adorable.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
Leave them alone, youngs.
It's just, what is this show? If you show this episode to someone who's never seen this series, they would think you're insane. They would say, really, there's 30 episodes of this.
Devious plan of all.
Strange characters, a strange family, and it's about to get a lot stranger, of course, as we join Hero on Spacehawk.
You look truly magnificent. So tall. So beautiful.
I can follow along with the script.
And not you, 101. I was talking to my Narcissus. It's just come into bloom.
Oh, I see.
Some lovely 101 bruised ego stuff here, but also one of the greatest 101 moments.
Speaking to one of my boys.
I love what Robbie does with this character all the way along, and having watched him do it, you see him skimming the script and just looking for any moment with 101 that can be built up to make the character a bit more extravagant.
Open fire!
Fire!
Speaking of, we have the return of Yuri the Space Bear, hot on the heels of his previous appearance in the series, in the episode First Strike, which I think was the one made immediately before this. Quite rare that one of the recurring monsters would immediately be straight back in. But Yuri is always great fun, and here we discover that he's...
Bent my missile.
What has happened to the ZEAF?
Is that line in the script? Oh, I hope it is. No, that line is not in the script. In the script we have, "No, Lieutenant, it was a very near miss."
It's just entering Earth's atmosphere.
No, scrap that, it is in there. So obviously that line was recorded, and then later he says something bent my missile. Completely ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh dear, this isn't helping actually having the script. But I love the fact that young Star is so terrified by this utter crash dive, and Yuri, because he's fixed in this permanent smiley face, all he can do is make his silly noises. And yet it's revealed he's an expert pilot here. I never quite understood with the ZEAFs who had the controls and who didn't. It seemed to vary from time to time.
Yuri, you may be ugly, but you certainly know how to fly. Mother!
The script for Yuri just has Yuri, pleased noises. It has descriptions for each of the kind of noises that he will make.
It is all part of my most devious plan. Did you give young Star the super macro bomb?
Oh,
And we're coming up on a moment here that was edited out on first broadcast in the UK.
He has a bomb in his pocket.
wonderful!
This line from Zelda was not shown on first broadcast, I don't think.
Someday I'm going to nail that to your skull.
I presume ITV censors were worrying about children nailing wigs to their skulls. It wasn't the first time they censored the show, because of course we have that wonderful sequence in Two for the Price of One of Sistar giving birth to Itstar. So much of that was cut as well. It's quite sweet that this show is so screwed up that even though it's a kids' show, it is capable of disturbing the ITV censors.
All right, Mary, drop Battletank.
10-10.
And of course, looking at the script here, you have every single shot, even a quick one like that, is marked individually, with some interesting descriptions.
0. Send the Battletank round to that ZEAF. If it attempts to take off, shoot it down.
Shoot it down? Yes, sir. You can rely on me, sir.
But these are some nice outside sets here, and I think it's interesting that by this point we have largely moved away from the deserts that the ZEAFs would always crash land in. Always some very wide open sandy exteriors. This is a nice sort of path of trees that the Battletank has to make its way through to get to the ZEAF, which of course is empty, because we have this rather glorious shot coming up of young Star and Yuri hiding in the bushes, or hiding behind some rocks, I should say.
Someone aboard. Have it search the area.
Sir.
Yes, exterior rocks. Yuri and young Star pop their heads out from behind cover. And this is how it's realised on screen. But again, I love the sense of scale that they've built up here with the back paintings of all those trees and the mountains and such. It's a lovely touch. It's very much a sort of Bob Ross kind of scene. It's quite nice and relaxing to look at.
The battle tank, sir. It's out of action.
Has it been hit?
No, sir. It's a malfunction.
Check it out, 0.
Sir.
And this was always a thing with Yuri episodes. Metallic things being bent out of shape. Metallic characters being duffed up, to use Zero's words.
It's taking off.
But what I find interesting with this is the Terrahawks never quite seem to work out that it's the same space bear that they're encountering. They meet Yuri in his first episode. There he is. And even though he wears, I think he does continue wearing the name tag. That's a gorgeous shot of him rubbing his chin while thinking. They recognise, oh, that's a space bear, but they don't recognise it's the same space bear.
Oh, Mother, the controls are jammed. Mother!
It's crashed.
Sir. The battle tank seems to be operational again, sir.
All right, 0, bring it back. We're returning to Hawknest.
Sir.
And it is a very clever plan that Zelda's hatched here,
Claims her own, remember?
because the Terrahawks don't seem inclined to investigate the wreckage.
Come here immediately.
We are coming up on a deleted bit from the script here, actually.
That horrible little bear, Mother. He bent the battle tank, but then he bent my...
There's a bit from Zelda and Goibel has been cut there. Zelda explains that he used his power of telekinesis, and Goibel goes, "Telly who?" And then it cuts to Burlgoy, telekinesis, the ability to bend metal with the mind. I don't know if that was shot and cut for time. There are some, I think there's one episode, Time Warp, where each release, there's a scene where a crucial line has been cut that was shot, and each time it's been re-released, there's been another cut made to it that's made that moment make even less sense, unfortunately. Anywho.
But our furry little friend.
We have one of my favourite shots of the entire series here. I just love the idea of this stupid little character. Yes, he is wearing his name badge, so there's no excuse for the Terrahawks not to recognise him. He's very helpful in wearing his name badge. Yeah, just the shot of a teddy bear on the end of a parachute is so sweet. But now we're back at Hawknest.
Is Zelda, ruler of the universe. This
We have a bit of a problem.
is to tell you that there is now a bomb in your stinking lair, and in one...
Some nice background music here as well, which isn't on the soundtrack CD. I suspect this might come from Midnight Blue.
It can be.
Aboard Battlehawk.
Right. 1050.
10-10.
Open White House.
Opening White House.
But of course, Yuri is outside. We can't open the White House
It's jammed.
because of his telekinesis.
Abort takeoff.
10-10.
And it is amazing how Yuri looks so cute, so adorable, and then just the addition of those hood-like glowing eyes, suddenly we have quite a sinister little chap on our hands. So Batman's had to make an emergency landing.
0, sound the alarm.
Sir!
This is a 1090.
The Terrahawks are sealed in their tomb. And in 1 hour from now, they will be blown to smithereens.
And a nice little moment again with We Star. But then we get this fourth wall breaking moment,
And they are going to kill.
which It Star did every so often.
And no one is going to laugh, because I will not allow them to.
Even though that's kind of an odd line to go into the ad break with. I don't understand who he thinks would be laughing, aside from possibly at him for having a doll. We're recording SOS again for the 100th time. I guess they didn't get it right on the previous recording. But who cares? I've said before, I love the Kate Kestrel songs. I do really enjoy this one, and I also love the way this sequence is directed, particularly that tracking shot approaching Kate there. This is also an interesting point to bring up the fact that in the script, and this goes back to what I said earlier about 101, what Robbie brings to a live performance of Stewed Apples, because so much of the dialogue in the script here is the most basic of points, but it's Robbie who then takes these lines and just spins them off into...
I tell you, I mean, you just ruined it. I mean, they say at 13 is an unlucky...
I mean, one word out of 10 in that is in the script.
Where's she gone?
What's happening?
And it's just wonderful to watch him play Stu and realise that he's got it on the tip of his tongue, 24/7.
I think, this is what I think of you, man. Now listen, I think you are a great, fat, stupid...
The script doesn't complete that sentence. I suspect Robbie might have done in the studio.
Yes, madam. I've always had a secret yearning to be a Bentley.
But, of course, they don't really need to rush to Hawknest like this, because I'm sure Hawkeye, who presumably is up in the White House, has got it all under control. Hawkeye will save them. if this didn't fall during that part of the series where Hawkeye tends not to be on the show anymore for reasons that are never explained.
Wait a minute, the elevator might work. It's jammed too.
Yes. And I don't know if that was action figures there, or possibly miniature sort of claymation type figures.
Then I'd better get started.
But we're coming up on this sequence here where I think they do animate an action figure or some kind of miniature figure. I do like the passing of time here. Yeah, that shot there, it's quite brief, thankfully, but it just sells the illusion that this is such a long way up to the White House. Oh, and I love Yuri because he's so sweet. If very easily distracted.
Change to camouflage, Hudson.
Yes, madam.
Mary, I made it.
Fantastic, Tiger. Fantastic.
Mary, time's running out. We need to move.
13.
Yeah, again, the question of where Hawkeye is. Maybe he's on leave. I don't know.
Battlehawk, and stand by for takeoff.
10-10.
But we see here that Yuri is fairly easily distracted
There.
We're here, Tiger.
by sudden loud noises.
Listen, Tiger. The White House is jammed, and it just happened.
There's a space bear loose in the grounds.
But it's not. They don't seem to twig that it's the same space bear, even though it's.
How? We have to drain his mind into our computer.
Even though it's clearly the same one because he's wearing the same gear and he's got the same name tag.
Here's what we do.
Sergeant Major!
And this is a lovely moment from Zero.
Sergeant Major.
And also for Mary, actually. Zero's going to do the manly thing.
Fly Battlehawk. If that bomb goes off, I die.
Make the ultimate sacrifice.
Sergeant Major! Open this door!
Ours is not to reason why. Ours is but to do and die. Mom?
But of course, we've established by this point in the series that Zero has feelings of his own for Mary. So he does care. He's not going to leave her out there when she pulls this little trick.
Oh, you made me jump.
But this is a sweet moment coming up as well where we've seen Zero sneak into Tiger's chair every so often.
Get into the doctor's chair and stand by.
And now there's an actual reason for him to do it, other than sneakily playing the video game.
Ready for takeoff?
10-10. All right, Kate? Go.
Meanwhile, Hawkeye is still in the bath, scrubbing his feet, I suppose.
A little.
I just love how easily distracted from his evil plan Yuri gets here.
5 minutes, and victory will be mine.
Start engines.
10-10.
Let me go alone, Mom.
It's no longer a man's world, Sergeant Major.
Ooh.
Start engines.
So.
And having heard that from her, he immediately accepts it. There's no more question.
Is he in position?
She's going with.
Not quite.
Perhaps a more musical approach, madam?
And this is an interesting use of something that was introduced in the very first episode of Terrahawks, and then I don't think they made much more use of. This huge antenna statue thing over the rose garden, which you don't even see very often in establishing shots. And now they're actually going to make it part of the story for a change. According to the script, Yuri is mesmerized. That's quite a lot to ask this particular puppet to achieve, but...
Mary, take off.
We can't. The White House won't open.
Mary, trust me.
10-10.
The end is nigh, Earthmen.
And it's such a simple idea for a story, but it's...
Can bend metal.
Oh, it's Tiger's attempt at an action hero line there. It's such a simple idea, but like with a lot of the best Terrahawks episodes, the simple ideas bring out some great character moments. And here we have Yuri, once again, for the third time in his 4 appearances on the show, getting defeated by something heavy falling on top of him. Although this doesn't instantly kill him. They're doing something I don't quite understand here. They're talking about draining his mind into the Hawknest computer. Whatever that means, it's distracted him long enough to let Battlehawk go. I mean, presumably that would kill him. And speaking of killing people, we drop the Battletank here. And there it goes. Presumably that's the Battletank we've seen all series, with the Megazoids still stuck in it. Presumably there's no way to get them out. They're dead. Poor Megazoids. Oh, there's another appearance of the prop telephone that I own on Tiger's desk there. I do love my prop telephone. I've mentioned it several times before.
Mother.
Oh, my poor little wee star.
It does also address the question that some people bring up sometimes of what happens in the White House when they open it up. Does everything fall all over the place? You wouldn't have thought it would, but this episode establishes, yes, everything does fall all over the place. Oh dear.
Yuri?
Although in the script it actually says that the room is on its side. Neinstein is hanging by his fingertips from the windowsill. So evidently they either changed that or decided they couldn't shoot it.
Well, Yuri?
Ah, there he is.
Where is it? Under the ice?
And an extended bit of humour at young Star's expense here. I like that Zelda isn't so angry with Yuri and the failure of her plan that she won't sort of co-conspire with Yuri here to make young Star look like an idiot.
Gurgling half-wit for believing me.
And Yuri agrees, because of course he does. And that's Yuri's final appearance in Terrahawks, unfortunately. I have a real soft spot for the little guy, as indeed I have a real soft spot for that episode. I just think that's great all the way around. As I said, it's such a simple idea, but it makes use of the characters on both sides to create something pretty special. The pacing is just so quick, so energetic. It doesn't have that thing that a lot of the early episodes do, as I've said extensively. That some of them are a bit too talky, a bit too dialogue heavy. This is just, it's slim, it's brisk, it gets the job done, and it does it with style, and it does it with some lovely characters, which is the hallmark of a great Terrahawks episode. Even though, as I said, where the heck is Hawkeye? We don't know. We will never have an answer to that question. But in the meantime, Terratomb is a very good episode of Terrahawks. Thank you, Nicola.